Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, we are a Singaporean couple in our 50s, sharing our adventures of living, eating, and traveling, plus our holiday home journey in JB. Now, if you have ever been through a renovation, you will know it can be one of the most stressful things in life. Mistakes, delays, frustrations, they are almost guaranteed. Now, imagine going through all that across the Causeway. That was our reality. And today, I'm going to share our renovation journey, the good, the bad, and the lessons we learned the hard way. So, here's how it started. After buying our holiday home in JB, we began looking for interior designers. Like most people, we requested a few quotes, compared prices, and finally decided to go with the most reasonably priced ID. We didn't go for the cheapest like most Singaporeans. We felt cheap equals not good. We didn't go for the most expensive due to budget constraints. We went for the in between. Everything looked good at the start. We gave them clear instructions. We prepared drawings ourselves, and we even personally chose the laminates for the wardrobes. 2 weeks into the project, we decided to brave the custom jam to check on the progress. And guess what? Not much had been done. It felt like the project hadn't even started. From the beginning, we knew we had to give clear instructions to the right people to make sure things were done correctly. We even traveled in on the day the carpenter came to take the measurements and passed him multiple drawings, including the exact laminates we chose. A month later, we went in again, and this time, hua chua dio. The carpenter had used the wrong laminate color combi for the wardrobes. Instead of a two-tone grey-black, it became a full black. Maybe it's cheaper, maybe it's pure lazy, maybe it's really a miscom. My wife was furious. The person who took the measurements wasn't even the one doing the work. The job had been subcontracted to someone else. You can repeat instructions 100 times. You can tell your ID and contractors to call you if they are unsure, but they just don't. Instead, they go ahead and do what they think is right, not what you want. At that point, I had a hard time convincing my wife to accept the wrong laminate. If we insisted they redo it, the carpenter would probably lose money, and that would mean the entire project being abandoned. That's a risk no homeowner wants to face. So in the end, we decided to just live with it. It wasn't ideal, but it was the practical choice. But there are some mistakes you just cannot accept. For example, when it came to our dining table, we got another shock. Instead of the sleek metal legs we had chosen in the ID drawing, the carpenter actually built the leg out of wood and laminate. Honestly, it was really ugly and impractical, and this was just something I could not live with. So we insisted they fix the error, and thankfully, they did. That was one of the rare times we drew a hard line. Now, let me share a quick tip we learned along the way. If you are renovating a condo, especially in the city, always prioritize a false ceiling. Why? Because your upstairs neighbors might have to wake up really early for work. Without a false ceiling, every footstep and movement can travel down into your unit, disturbing your rest. With a false ceiling, the sound insulation is much better, and trust me, it makes a big difference in your day-to-day comfort. So, do you still think it's a good idea to buy a holiday home in JB? Let me be honest, renovating across the Causeway will test even the strongest marriage. Are you and your spouse ready for that? Now, if both of you are the Ching Chai type, able to accept mistakes and let things slide, you'll probably survive the process without much stress. But if you are particular like we are, it can really strain your patience and your relationship. Despite all the drama, our ID eventually completed the renovation and handed the house back to us. And for that, I was grateful because the truth is, not everyone is so lucky. We have Malaysian friends whose renovation projects were abandoned halfway. They had to find a different ID to complete the work. As messy as our process was, at least we didn't end up in that situation. So here's the silver lining. Despite all setbacks, mistakes, and weekend trips where we had to stay in Airbnb just to meet vendors, fix issues, we completed the renovation at a fraction of what it would have cost us in Singapore. It took around 5 months, which was still acceptable. And honestly, the quality of the cabinetry and finishes we got in JB were actually better than what we would have gotten back home. So yes, the journey was painful, but the end result, it was worth it. If you are considering a holiday home in JB, know this: renovation will not be easy. If you go in prepared, manage your expectations, and constantly check out the progress, you'll come up with a beautiful home at a much lower cost. Would I do it again? Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has helped you in any way, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so you can follow along our next adventures. Till we meet again in the next video, happy traveling and happy